Hey guys, what's up? It's Sarah here. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If this is something that you guys are into, welcome back to all my other subscribers. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for being here again today. Today I want to talk about one of my absolute favorite plants, and actually when I was thinking about it, this is the plant that got me into houseplant collecting in the first place. So today we're going to talk about pothos. I'm going to go around and show you all my pothos. I'm going to show you the one that we repotted that's now living on my front porch, and I'm going to tell you about that. I'm going to show you the one in my other bedroom. So I'm just going to take you around. I'm going to show you all my pothos, and I'm going to tell you guys why I love them, because you need to have them. If you're a houseplant collector, or even this is perfect if you're not a houseplant collector at all and you don't own a single plant, this is the perfect plant for you. So if you want to see that, please stay tuned. I'm going to go around and show you everything I got. Okay, so here we are. Let's talk about this beautiful one right here, which always wasn't so beautiful, but it's grown so much for me. It drapes almost all the way down to the floor, and it's grown a ton for me. Now, when I purchased this pothos, it wasn't in good condition. I got it from the grocery store and it was beat up, and it still has some beat up leaves, but this one is really happy right here in front of this window, and I do just have it hooked up underneath this Hoya right here. This Hoya has a macrame. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have just the hook hooked onto the bottom of the macrame, and that way I can hang double plants right here. So that's kind of what I have going on in this corner. He's really happy. Let me get a couple little close-ups so you guys can see. And I have a little hidden here's a little hidden Sasquatch. My sister-in-law gave me this little ornament, and I decided he'd be perfect. He'd be perfect right here in my plant. So he's hiding out, and this one has lots of variegation on it. I think it's beautiful. I really like this one because the variegation on it seems to be, it's a little bit more white instead of yellow. Can you see how white this leaf looks? So he's in a bright spot right here in front of this window, and he seems to be happy, and I just give him a drink. Honestly, I probably don't water this guy except for maybe every week and a half to 2 weeks. I know that seems like a long time, but I really let him flop, and he did just get a water a couple days ago, so he's nice and perky. He doesn't need a drink yet, but he's happy here and has made a really good recovery from not being in good condition, and he just likes this spot. Okay, so I have this pothos hanging right here in the shower, and I just gave him a drink. I wanted to give you guys this as an example to when your pothos need a drink. I probably could have watered him maybe a day earlier, but he'll be happy tomorrow, and I will show you guys what he looks like all perked up and where he lives, because he lives in my bedroom right next to our bed over like a little couch. So I'll show you guys that tomorrow, and you'll be so surprised at just one day how much they change. So let's go see what he looks like tomorrow. So here he is in the corner of my bedroom. He is so super long, you guys. Look at him. He's grabbing onto my couch, but he perked up so much. One day, you guys, this is a difference in how droopy and sad when they needed a drink, and now how big and fluffy and full. And that's why I love pothos. You can tell when they need a drink. If they're sad looking, if their leaves are flopping, if their leaves are soft, just give them a drink and they'll perk back up like this, and that's all they need. But this window really doesn't get a ton of light, and I kind of crowd the window. I normally have like 3 plants right in front of this window, but he's happy and full. The top is a little bit bare. I need to propagate and add some more into the top, but I just haven't wanted to cut him yet, and it's been a really long time since I cut him. I believe I cut him when I first got him, but I've had him for a while now, and I just want to see how long I can let him go. I love pothos when they're so long. He's so tall that he's probably about to touch the ground, But pothos are so easy, you guys. If you guys don't have one, you're crazy. This is a plant that got me into plant collecting. I got a couple pothos and I was in love because it gave me the total jungle vibes in here, and I just had to keep getting more. So I love that you can just pick them up at the grocery store. I always look at the grocery store when I go and see what plants they have. I know if you're a plant person, you do the same thing. I always make sure to go to wherever they normally keep plants. Now that I'm done gushing about this one, I guess let's go out onto my porch and I will show you guys all the ones I have out on my porch. He's happy here. Also, my Hoya Chelsea is really happy here in front of this window as well. So yeah, that's what I got in here, and let's go on outside. Okay, here we are on my front porch. I'll show you this bad boy behind me, and the story with this one is we repotted it and on a video not that long ago, and once I repotted it, the very top of the stem, it lost like all of its big leaves, the whole reason why I bought this one. But I think it went into shock because it was totally root bound when we repotted it, like super root bound, like no soil. So once I potted it in a bigger pot and I moved it outside, it just like went into shock and was like limp, and like all these leaves turned yellow and fell off. But now he's doing really good. So let me show you what he looks like now. You just gotta give him a little while, even if they get into shock. Sometimes that doesn't mean that your plant's totally dead. It just needs to adjust to its new climate and give it some bright light and some water, and it'll bounce back. So let's take a look at him and show you what he looks like, because I'm really proud of him. Here he is. Look at how happy and full he is. Now, do you remember we made him this moss pole and I strung him up on here? You can see that there is some bare spots, and he'll probably lose that leaf too. But look at how giant, you guys, these leaves are, and it's so happy. These top two right here are brand new, and it just pushed out that baby, and it's also pushing out a longer stem kind of down here. It's pushing out, look at this, it's pushing out this one, and look how pretty. Okay, so I had him on the other side of the porch and he was getting a lot of sun, but I noticed he started getting super yellow variegation like this, and I wanted to give him a little more shade, because when summertime is over and you put them back inside the house, say they go in like a darker spot, they'll lose all these super variegated leaves and your plant's gonna look super sad. So I want to kind of try to keep it in bright, you know, indirect light, not so much direct light, so maybe it'll transition better to inside when I'm ready to bring it inside. But look, okay you guys, it's as big as my hand. Do you see that? This is my hand. It's as big as my hand. They're beautiful. I really want to try and experiment and put it outside and see if it'll grow on that tree in my backyard. I really really want to see them get giant leaves, because this one's already matured. This is probably the most mature pothos that I have. You can just tell because the leaves get so big. But he's beautiful now, and he wasn't doing so good when we first repotted him. He like went into shock and lost all those leaves, but now look at him and he is so beautiful. I really love this one. Let me show you another one that's out here. Okay, I'm not gonna give you a full porch tour because I'm not ready to do that right this second, but okay. Over here is another pothos that I have. This is the one that struggled all winter long. It lost so many leaves because I used to keep this in direct sunlight, and now it's like a little sickly, but actually it's doing better. It's doing a lot better. I decided to give it some more light again because he's looking a little sad. You guys gonna be a part of my video? Yeah. Outside, right over here under my carport, I just have this pothos right here. Here's what he looks like. Look at this variegation. Is this variegation not just so beautiful? And when I got him, he wasn't binding at all. It was just tiny little propagations basically, and I picked him up for super cheap. I picked him up for $5.99, but isn't he beautiful? All the tag says is pothos. It doesn't have any other description. But this definitely looks different than my Marble Queen. This might be a Mandula. I'll have to look it up. Oh, say hi. Say hi. You and your little cubby? Okay. Alright, so right over here in the corner, I just have these 3 plants. Now look at how big and beautiful this pothos is. I absolutely love him. I picked him up at the local nursery. They mainly have outdoor plants, but I scooped him up this year, and the one for my bedroom I got there last year. So I got 2 of them this year, and I really wish I would have brought more because they don't have any more. They just got a couple and sold them out. My kitties and be talking in the background. But I love how big and full these are. Look at how nice and full the top is, and he started to trail a ton more. I need to probably hang him up a little bit higher because as you see on these leaves right here, my cats have been able to reach them and scratch them. Oh, and it makes me sad. So I need to move them up a little bit taller away from you guys. So right here in this corner, I just have this neon pothos, and he's really pretty. I think I want to get a bigger one. I picked this one up on sale for, I believe it was $4. It was a little bit sickly, but he's doing much better. I would say he needs a little bit more water than I've been giving him. He's okay right now. You can tell he's perked up, but I let this one dry out way too much. He'll be totally flopping over this pot. So I'm going to try to remember to water him sooner just because it's a smaller plant and it can't go as long. But I really love the neon. The leaves are beautiful, and I can't wait for this guy to get nice and full. Next up is this beautiful one. Now I just picked this one up from Food Lion as well. I believe at Food Lion they're about $10 or $10.99 for a plant, and he's gotten so full. Look at how long he is. Super bushy and happy, and absolutely loves it out here on my porch. It gets so hot out here and humid. I keep fans running out here all the time, and he's really happy. I do the same thing with this one. I just neglect him until he's sad and droopy, and that's when I give him water. You guys, they're not gonna be fussy. Excuse the cat hair if you see cat hair on any of these plants, because that's just real life. And I just bathed my cat the other day, and he's puffing hair everywhere. So there's gonna be cat hair on these plants, but he's really happy and he loves it here, and he's so easy, and I just love the jungle vibes that pothos give. Oh, they're my favorite. They really are. I'm not talking, no plants for you. Don't act like you can. They always are trying. Watch, he's probably gonna try right now. No, Peanut, no. Uh-oh, I gotta move him. That tells me I gotta move him out of the way. Well, he has 2 more little hooks. It's time to move him up. 2 more little notches. So here is my Marble Queen pothos, and I love this one. It would probably be a lot more white variegation, except for the fact that I had it in my bedroom on all those hooks that I showed you guys on the ceiling, and he was in the shadiest spot. So once it got warm, I put him out here, and he has been giving me so much new growth and is so happy. But I do just have some of his little arms tied up with this macrame because my cats were starting to reach it. And I also have this Hoya strung up over here. You gotta do what you gotta do to keep him safe from the cats. But over here on this side, it has a lot more white type variegation on the side that is facing the window, and the same up top. I just can't reach it right now to show you, but it is a beauty. I really love the Marble Queen, and next time I'm out and I see a bigger version of Marble Queen, I am gonna pick it up because they are so beautiful and so easy. It's the same care. Just water them when they're sad and droopy, and they will survive, because I had this guy in my bedroom not getting any light at all winter, and he survived, and he did pretty good, surprising. So they're really resilient. Look at how pretty the variegation on this leaf is. It's beautiful. So right over here on this corner of my porch, I just have this big boy, and he is so big and beautiful. Actually, the leaves are really, really large. They're just all kind of facing the window, so they're a little bit hard to see. But he is getting more light than the other one, and he is starting to put out some really pretty variegation on his leaves. Look at how beautiful, but he's nice and full at the top. I picked this one up and the other one that's out here this year, and he has grown a ton for me. I absolutely love him, and they're so easy and beautiful. I cannot go on enough about them, but look at how big the leaves are. They're really, really big, and he's happy, and he's in this corner where my cats can't reach, so they haven't injured any of his limbs yet. So hopefully I can keep them all happy and healthy and cat-free, cat-safe zone. It's seriously like impossible to record with my cats. How do you guys do it if you have cats that get into everything? Yeah, my little cat is trying to knock over my tripod, so if you see it wiggle during this video, that's why. Okay, you guys, that's gonna do it for me today. I really hope you enjoy seeing all my pothos. If you guys don't have a pothos in your collection, maybe this inspired you to go get one. They're perfect for beginners. And if you wanna have a jungle vibe in your house, just get a bunch of pothos. They're so easy to take care of. They give you the signs when they need a drink of water. They can go in brighter light, they can go in less light, they'll do good in humidity, they'll even survive in like bright sun. So, thank you guys so much, everybody who made it to the end of this video. I know it was a little bit rambly, but thank you guys for hanging in there with me. I also just wanted to tell you guys that I do have a link in my description box below for my Etsy shop. I just opened it. I literally just opened it just a few days ago. I still need to work out some details with it, and I'm planning to add a few more things, but there's a couple things listed there if you guys are interested in checking out our plant hangers. Look at that big yawn. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching and liking and subscribing, and I'll be back at you guys again soon with another one. Bye.
Dum 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 dum.